in boxing. Man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And kind of talk about Caleb Plant. I'm not going to do no live review of the fights. All right, so it make no point. Shout out to Ryan Garcia, Blair Cobb. Horrible stoppage brought Jack Reese, but shout out to that dude Ramos that won, and shout out to Caleb Plant. Rodriguez sent me a Three Kings boxing video of Caleb Plant, basically turning down the Canelo fight. Like I told you guys heard it here first that Canelo's team and Golden Boy reached out to Caleb Plant about a fight. Now, you didn't hear that shit nowhere else first before I said it. So, at the end of the day, I told you guys they had reached out to Caleb Plant, and I told you that Caleb Plant would more than likely not take the fight. We talked about what he said about that and about a potential fight with David Benavidez. We have a few people ask me of recent and over the last 6-7 months, a year, who will win that fight. My understanding is they want to make that fight this year. Joe Goosen tipped the hat yesterday saying it may be on pay-per-view. So let's talk about it. We back. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And kind of the Canelo, excuse not to fight Canelo. We in February, so they said roughly about 11 weeks out. 11 weeks out, he take about a couple weeks off, get back in the gym, train. You know what? Respect it. I respect his prerogative on there, and he don't want to be like Kovalev with excuses. But it came a time when fighters didn't had a lot less of the new technology that they have as far as the medicine and conditioning and strength and recovery time stuff that they use, using the snack products that they was fighting, back to back. You know what I'm saying? I think Stevie Kim said on Twitter that Thomas Hearns and Ray Leonard both fought in June and then came back and fought in September. So, at the end of the day, I get it. Canelo get an advantage. He hadn't fought since, last September. He get to take a nice rest off. You got to turn around, but that worked for Andy Ruiz. Ruiz, was more sharper than Anthony Joshua, and he came in better shape. But, again, Ruiz doesn't have to make weight. It's the thing to look at here. But, the Premier Boxing Champion fighters, and like I said before, I like Caleb Plant. They sound like businessmen. He tells Canelo, why don't he go beat Callum Smith and Billy Joe? I'll beat David Benavidez, then we can unify for all the marbles. Look here, man. He's saying that we on Caleb Plant time, but in actuality and in reality, you on Canelo time. Canelo's the one that bring the bag. Unless his own fold and Canelo is a free agent, he don't have that deal behind him. And it's still Canelo time. So PBC fighters live in their own little world. All right, they really think that they the kings in their world. And you're supposed to think you're the king of your world, but you're not above Canelo. There's somebody that got $35 million. You're not going to dictate what Canelo does, what Canelo don't do, how Canelo does it. That's not how it works, Caleb Plant. Now, it makes sense. That's logical sense. He'll go get the 2 belts. You get your belt from David Benavidez. Y'all unify for undisputed. But, like I said, it's that side of the street shit. Don't ever come at me again when I tell you guys that somebody reached out to negotiate a contract. I'm telling you, all them dudes have been reached out to from PBC, from Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence to fight Terrence Crawford, from Jamal Charlo, Caleb Plant. It's even room. I got rumor I said earlier, David Benavidez has been reached out to fight Canelo Alvarez. All right, but PBC has a new mantra. They want everybody to come across the street to fight them, no matter if you make $35 million, $100 million. They want you to come across the street and take less money. Like I said, Demetrius Andrade and his team, Eddie Hearn sent the offer for him to, and I guess he told PBC what it would take for him to cross the street to fight Jamal Charlo on Showtime or Fox. You ain't hear Jamal Charlo talk about that. Maybe he don't know because he's not the king of his own castle. He not a boss like he say he is. But like I said before, when you got an opportunity like that to fight Canelo, I understand he don't want to take it. He got his eye on Benavidez. It's a big fight for him. And I understand Canelo don't give dudes a fair shake. It's a hard fight to win. You know, if you go out there and win, you still lose on the cards. You go out there and knock him out, they hit him with smell assault, get him back up, and he gonna continue to fight. So I understand that, you know, so I ain't mad at him. But to use the turnaround excuse, fighters used to do quick turnarounds all the time and be sharper. But Floyd Mayweather changed the game, where these dudes only fight once or twice a year, and now everybody in that mindset, that's the way it's supposed to be. Caleb Plant, 27 years old. You know, I say he get one more fight. What, he got 21 fights if he fight one more time this year? You know, let's say he fight 10, you know, he fight 7 more years, it's 14 fights. You know, he gonna have 35 fights in his career if he lucky enough to compete that long. And that's if he fight 2 times a year for the next 7 years. He may not fight 2 times a year. So he gonna finish his career, what, around 35, 33, 40 fights if he lucky to continue on. Like, come on, bro, how we gonna say you was an all-time great fighter, fight once, twice a year? You're not going out there fighting the Andre Wards, the Joe Calzakis every time you go out fight. In some years, he only will fight once. That's crazy. It's crazy that May is too far. You just fought a tune-up. You should be sharper. That was a glorified tune-up. Yeah, you got a busted nose and all that, but you know that's his preference. They is tearing down the game bad, bro. Fighters should be in the ring, out the ring 4 times a year. They did it to Golovkin. Golovkin was fighting 4 or 5 times a year. He was one of the more active title holders in the game. And then, you know, Canelo stopped his career and he was fighting once, twice a year now. Shit's stupid. Stay active. That's the way you stay sharper. You know, he should want to jump back in there with Canelo. That's an opportunity, but I get it. You know, they're not going to pay you enough money to fight Canelo, and you go sell your belt and sell your O. So don't expect David Benavidez, Caleb Plant to take those fights. At the best, you can see Jamal Charlo take that fight with Canelo Alvarez. At the best. That's what you can really actually expect. I would expect if any of the PBC fighters did it, it's probably gonna be Jamal Charlo. But they do have a hard deadline. They do have a hard deadline for Callum Smith and and Billy Joe Saunders. So we'll see what that is. But you know, there's Caleb Plant, do what he want to do. All right, as long as I ain't got to hear no excuses, I ain't have enough time to train, we move on. We know that fight probably is not going to be possible. So, I mean, I don't think anybody complaining. It is what it is. We know PBC fighters been sounding suspect for a very, very long time. And once again, they sound suspect again. You know, you can't make this stuff up, bro. They really think they dominant in their world, in their divisions. They really think they dominant fighters in their divisions, and they ain't done nothing. Say what you want to say about Canelo's resume, it could be sketchy, but Caleb Plant ain't did 10% of what he done in his career. Three-time world title holder in 3 different divisions. You know what I'm saying? How can you complain? How can you compete with that? How can you say, oh, well, we on Caleb Plant time and not Canelo time? Well, it's like Sean Porter saying, Terrence Crawford got to come over here. Nigga, you was a 5th-tier fighter over at PBC now. It is no disrespect. You know, it's none. But I'm tired of hearing this shit, man. But I understand what's going on over there. It's a sale about to happen, and I don't think they want to lose any. I don't think they want to lose or take a blow to the company reputation. But if Wilder loses to Tyson Fury, that's already a blow to the reputation. You know, so I think it is what it is. But to talk about Caleb Plant and David Benavidez driving to the G-Wagon, to be honest. I talked to a few people. I think the longer that fight take to marinate, I think the chances is that Caleb Plant probably win that. David Benavidez win that fight, and that's the truth. The longer they take, David Benavidez should get better, but his lifestyle out the ring is a question. He's a guy that blows up 220, 40 pounds. I heard somebody say some shit like that, but he does get pretty big. We know him and his brothers keep their business in the street. They don't know how to cut that street shit off. But if it happened like right now, I like Caleb Plant, especially if Caleb Plant stays stationary and he sit on his shots and he push Benavidez back and use educated movement. I think Plant just move a little bit too much still. He got that amateur style. You know, people talking about Caleb Plant can't punch. Oh, that white boy can punch. He just don't always sit down on his shots. And that's okay. But every now and again, when you fight somebody that's aggressive, that want to come forward, you really got to mix up the body work a little bit more. You got to mix up the headshot. He got everything to beat David Benavidez. Don't get me wrong. The body work, the jab, the combination. He just need to add more body work, and he need to be stationary a little bit longer. sit there and push Benavidez back. That's how you beat Benavidez. Push him back and keep him off balance with movement and coming forward. If he come forward and sit on his punches a little bit more and then move, he'll beat Benavidez. That's going to be one of the easier fights in his career right now. Benavidez still green. Ronald Garville had a ton of success with him before he joined Alex Ariza. A ton of success. Alex Ariza joined David Benavidez's team, and it was like he took the Super Mario mushroom, and he just had so much more stamina in the second Ronald Garville fight. And Ronald Garville is a solid fighter, and he dropped Benavidez, and Benavidez had some stamina issues, but since he got with Alex Ariza, take it for however you want to take it, he has some really, really good stamina, man, and I would believe that it'll be a good fight. Yeah, I think this fight dictates on is dictated on what David Benavidez do. What Caleb Plant do. If Plant, uses jab, work combinations, go to Benavidez's body early and often, and hold his ground a little bit more, and then use his movement just enough, and I think it's an easy fight for him to win. But Benavidez do got the style that bother a mover. Long, tall, strong, naturally bigger than Plant. I think if his stamina is up to point, like I said, it can go either way. I think the longer they take this fight to make, the more Benavidez gonna get better. But I can see Plant outbox him early, and down the stretch, Benavidez coming on hot. But his lifestyle may catch up to him down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? Especially if Plant go to the body. If Plant go to the body early and often in that fight, man, and he hold his ground, I just think he's a better fighter right now. But Benavidez, he can put the earmuffs on and walk him down. The reason why it's critical for Plant to hold his position, to hold his ground, is to get that respect from Benavidez. If he hit Benavidez with some shit Benavidez don't like, and Benavidez been on that canvas before, I'm telling you, when he wear that midsection out with the body work, Plant got the combinations down pat. But if he can sit down on those combinations, sit down, on them body shots a little bit, keep that jab working, which I know he will, think he the more skilled fighter. He the better fighter. But when you dealing with swarmers and pressure fighters, if Benavidez bring his jab to the table and he willing to come forward and eat them punches, it should be an interesting fight. It would be an interesting fight because, that smother, that pressure fighter bother that boxer puncher. And Plant moves so much. And Benavidez, he's so big, it don't take that much. He don't have to get on his toes and get on his toes and bounce and cut the ring off. He's so wide that Plant gonna have to sit down and push that man back. He might need to bring Ward into camp, and Ward to show you how to really close the gap and push him back and put the shoulder into the chest and really wear him out. I'm telling you, that's what he's gonna have to do. And then mix a little bit of movement in once he get into rhythm. But I think he's a better fighter right now. But the better fighter don't necessarily always win, is the question. Just because you got faster hand speed or punch harder, some dudes got more heart, more will. That's gonna be a war of nutrition, man. It's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a dog fight. But quite frankly, I would favor Plant right now. But the more Benavidez get more experience, he gonna be a problem. But Plant is the more fluid athlete right now. He the more seasoned fighter. Obviously, Benavidez like 22, 23 years old. But they wait another year, another 18 months to make this fight. Year and a half. It may be a straight pick 'em. Right now, I favor Plant 60-40 because Benavidez so young. But Benavidez may not can make the weight too much longer, so that may be why they pushing for that fight. But PBC say a lot of things. They say they're looking to make. I came into this year, they looking to make that fight. It's unfortunate if they put a pay-per-view price tag on it, in my opinion. Everything can't be pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Even though you think it's a pay-per-view fight on your side of the street, but it's really not. That's a fight that really boosts somebody to build a fan base to bring it a pay-per-view. Everything that shine ain't gold. All right? It's not. And what they need to understand is everything that look good on paper to them is not a pay-per-view fight. And they got to understand, they got to show their fighters that, look here, sometimes taking less equals more in the long haul. And what I mean by that, and they tried to explain that with Errol Spence and Sean Porter, they tried to put that on Fox, but Errol Spence didn't want it to go on Fox. It was going to be the last football this Sunday on Fox, and Errol Spence cried and wanted it on pay-per-view from what I heard. But what you got to understand, taking less money is more in the long haul. If you take less money and go on Fox, and 400 or 500 or 4 or 5 million people, 6 million people see you fight, then that was a great fight you did with Sean Porter. Then you can gradually take that take that fan base to pay-per-view. That's how you do it. People gotta know who you are. And in America, there's no Mayweather, De La Hoya type of superstar no more. There's no Muhammad Ali. Nobody is moving units or tickets, and nobody is selling out arenas like that. Nobody is that official. Nobody in the Nike commercial. None of these fighters in the Gatorade commercials. A lot of these fighters don't even do local commercials. See, that's the thing. That's the problem. Why was Michael Jordan so big? Mike was so big because of Nike and all the commercials he was doing. Go look at the documentaries on Michael. Mike was cool when he was dropping 60-something points in the Boston Garden. That was sweet. But what took Mike to another level was Michael in the Gatorade commercials, Michael in the Nike commercials, Nike probably around local Chicago commercials early on. That's what took his marketing to another level. That took his visibility to another level. And PBC and Top Rank and DAZN don't understand that. You can market a fighter on Fox all day. You can market a guy on Top Rank all day. You can do all the luncheons you want to do at Top Rank all day. DAZN could do as many round tables as they want to do all day. But you fucking marketing to the same people every time you do that. You marketing to the same boxing fans. You're not crossing over to the Young and the Restless fans, or you're not crossing over to the WWE fans, or the baseball, the boxing, the tennis, the golf fans, the kids. You're not appealing. That's why, Adidas, Reeboks, Champion, Apple commercials, Gatorade commercials, Powerade commercials, Coca-Cola commercials, Everlast commercials, whatever commercials, Under Armour commercials. That's why those commercials and that marketing is so vital. That's why. Because now you tapping into a whole different fan base. They should give me a job. They should give me a job. I ain't finished my degree. I should get a job over there because they don't know what they're doing. These dudes should be sitting down with Under Armour. They should be sitting down with Powerade and Gatorade, and they should be paying them to put these fighters on, TV. And Deontay Wilder should have a shoe, and Errol Spence should have a shoe. That's what should be going on. That's how you build a fighter. Nike and doing Under Armour and Gatorade commercials and Cash App commercials. It's not doing Fashion Nova imprints on you, man. That's how you build a fighter. You can't just throw these dudes on pay-per-view. You got to put them in great fights on regular TV. That's what made Hagler and Leonard Leonard and Hearn so fucking popular. You know what I'm saying? You see Hagler in the right guard commercials, and you see these dudes, man. That's what you need to do. McDonald's commercials and tropical, smoothie commercials and Smoothie King commercials. That's what you need to do. That shit that Adidas did with Pusha T and the Damian Lillard, what Iverson and Reebok did with Jadakiss, you need that type of commercial for King Wilder. You need that type of cosign, man. They don't know what they're doing with the collaborations and the marketing over there. And this is why they pay-per-views suck. Because every time they market Errol Spence, every time they market Wilder, they talking to the same group of boxing fans. In America, there may be a million hardcore boxing fans out of the 300 million people. Them ain't the guys you got to continue to market with. That's like messing with the same woman over and over again, and she's sending you to jail, or she got trash, box. You gonna keep going back and back again? No, you gonna switch up. They keep marketing to the same people, wondering why the sport don't grow and why they can't sell tickets. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you delegate and you say, hey man, Gatorade, whoop. Hey, Meek Mill, you want to do whoop? You gotta delegate, and you gotta find these other companies that can help market your fighters. And that's the God honest truth. And I'm talking about Gatorade, Apple, Jumpman with Jordan and them, Nike, any of these respectable things. Like Sonic just had a movie come out. Why not have Deontay Wilder co-sign that? Co-sign Sonic and get in on that a little bit. It's used in the marketing. That's the highest selling movie this weekend. Seen it. Good movie. Check the movie review out. But these are all the facts, man, where they making the mistakes at marketing, man. And these dudes like Caleb Plant, man, like I said, I got much love for Caleb Plant. I almost went to the fight. All right. But this dude really saying they on Caleb Plant time. Nah, nigga. You can't say, oh, you on Caleb Plant time. You probably barely made 7 figures last night. And I ain't trying to count your pockets. You can't say that. But what you can say is when Canelo is making $35 million, everything revolves around him. He got the bag. Al Heyman really got these dudes thinking that they kings. Like, but you're not a king. You might be a king in PBC, a king to him, but these dudes on a whole entirely different level, you know? So that's the guy honest truth with that, man. But hey, let me know what you guys think, man. I wasn't even supposed to be this long. I'm supposed to go on the G-Wagon and get what I'm supposed to get. But hey, I appreciate it, man. Man, PBC need to hire me, bro. Top Rank, DAZN. I can show them the way. Don't forget me on. I could be like they Steve Stouts, man, without all the money, man. Hopefully they hire me. I get the money, man, like Steve Stouts got. You know, and they don't shut me down like the Knicks did. Steve Stouts after he went on ESPN First Take. But hey, don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my information is in the description. Either hit the drop down arrow or just click on the title on your phone. All of it come down. All my social media. Quickest way to reach out to me is email and Twitter. Want to make a donation to the channel? PayPal, Cash App, all that's there, man. Best way to donate is hit the share button and share it with other people, man. One time for the one time. Good Fella Sports TV. We gone.